Hello again. Now, the AmaZulu nation is in mourning. Regent Queen Shiyiwe Mantfombi Dlamini Zulu has passed on. It comes just weeks after King Goodwill Zwelethini was planted. AmaZulu traditional Prime Minister Mangosuthu Buthelezi has moved to assure the nation that there will be no leadership vacuum. Well, let's speak now to KZN Premier Sihle Zikalala about the passing of the Queen. We're also chatting to him about the vaccine rollout in his province for Phase 2. Premier, a very good morning to you and our condolences on the passing of the Queen. Have you been in touch with the royal family since the news of her passing broke?
Yes, we've been in touch with the royal family. The Prime Minister, Prince Buthelezi, did call us yesterday evening, but also some members of the royal family did brief us later about the whole story and the report. It is the sad incident. We wish to express our heartfelt condolences to the Royal House and pledge our support during this time. It is a very challenging period defined by compounded loss which the Royal House have suffered. At the beginning of March, we lost His Majesty the King, and now we have just lost Her Majesty Queen Mantfombi Dlamini Zulu, who has just been appointed as a regent. So all of this is compounding the grief and the challenge facing the Zulu nation. But we want to also assure and support the words echoed by Prince Buthelezi that there will be no leadership vacuum. We are going to support the Zulu Royal House during this period and ensure that they go through this period of mourning and emerge with stability and with a great sense of comfort.
Well, Premier, you echo the words of the Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi saying there will be no leadership vacuum. What is your understanding then of what's being done to prevent any kind of leadership vacuum at the moment?
Firstly, the Royal House is still there. It is not only that the Royal House functions through His Majesty alone. There are abantwana basendlunkulu, those who are working closer with His Majesty and who were working closer with His Majesty and who also worked in the recent weeks with Her Majesty Queen Mantfombi. And they will continue providing the role that the two were playing. We know that it is a time of grief. It is a time where people are mourning, and we believe we need to give them the support they need.
All right. How is KZN mourning the Queen? What has been your instruction to those in the province? Well,
while we will continue doing government work throughout, but we will scale down on public events to give respect to the Royal House during this period leading to the bereavement.
All right. Premier, let's change tack now and talk about just COVID-19, the vaccine rollout in your province as well. We'll continue to keep tabs and keep our viewers updated on what is happening with the Queen and burial and funeral plans as well. But KZN, as we know, as we've seen in recent weeks, consistently sitting with the highest number of active cases when it comes to due to COVID-19. You can't afford to lag behind now. So what does your vaccine rollout plan for Phase 2 look like at the moment?
We are completing Phase 1B. We are now going to move to Phase 2. We are ready to roll out the vaccine throughout the province. We had 91 vaccination sites that were responsible of vaccinating health workers. We're now going to move to essential workers, which is part of Phase 2. And this will be done in designated spots or vaccinated centers throughout the province. We have already announced those vaccination centers in each district, in each municipality. We want to take this opportunity to encourage all people to get vaccine, to take vaccine, and not to fall into trap of those who are peddling propaganda and misinformation.
All right. Now, earlier this week, Premier, we went around in a bit of a focus, talking to senior citizens, the elderly, who will now get their vaccinations in phase 2, those who have registered as well. Many of them saying they actually don't know, they don't have the information at hand. There's very little education for them on what the actual process is, the vaccine as well. And a lot of them don't have the actual technology. They don't have access to the technology to register as well. And so what is your plan for these senior citizens, especially in vastly rural areas?
Yes, our plans, because we know of the situation that the elderly people are facing in rural areas. We have assembled the teams composed of community health care workers, the community workers from all other departments. We have also linked with traditional leaders, especially secretaries of traditional councils. We have also coordinated work with councillors to ensure that we reach out to the families and elders in rural areas. We are using also the war rooms, which are at ward level as part of Operation Sukumasake. We also are mindful that some will not have the required technology to register, and that's why we are using councillors, secretaries of traditional councils, as well as community health care workers.
So you are particularly concerned, Premier, about 3 districts in particular when it comes to increasing COVID-19 cases. How are you prioritizing those areas in your plan?
Yes, King Goodwill Zwelethini and Herikwala have emerged in the past 2 weeks as districts that are concerning, given the number of infections that is there in these 3 districts. We have embarked on a program to ensure that we go back to screen people, but also to follow those who are infected, get contacts, and ensure that the contacts are also tested. We would want to emphasize to all people of the province and the country, we are not out of the woods. We are still within the challenge. COVID-19 is there. It is infectious, it is killing, and let us all embrace and adhere strictly to preventative measures that the government have put in place.
All right, Premier, before I let you go, just indulge me a bit while we talk a little bit of politics as well this morning. We have to talk about this step-aside resolution and just the drama over it, if I were to put it that way. We understand several ANC provinces asking the NEC for more time to discuss this decision with branches. Some are threatening to go to court over it. Are you one of them? How does KZN feel about this?
No, we're not one of those who are threatening to go to court. This is a national conference resolution. It should be implemented. What we have engaged the NEC on is that if this is implemented, there must be clear terms and conditions. If we say a leader must step aside, how far does that go in terms of participating to day-to-day structures, in terms of participating to the program? Secondly, because we've seen some cases that are dragging for years, what will be the implication of that in the organization? Will that not lead to unelecting, removing and replacing people who are elected by conference? And therefore, we want us as the NEC to work through those issues. But this is a resolution of the National Conference, and like all other resolutions, it must be embraced and implemented.
So especially now in the case of the likes of Ace Magashule, Premier, what do you think needs to happen here? It's not looking good for the party.
The NEC is going to meet, discuss the matter, and I think based on the report of the officials will be able to arrive at a particular conclusion. The last decision as announced by the President was that the Secretary General was going to consult some leaders, and we expect that there will be a report on that, then the matter will be completed.